Joining me right now, Mollie Hemingway, senior editor of the Federalist and founder and CEO of American Majority, Ned Ryun. Ned, this seems kind of obvious to me. I mean, if I'm the president, I'm going to be very upset at the idea that James Comey's buddy is running this investigation, and he's stacking the deck with a whole bunch of people that have donated to Hillary Clinton or the DNC.
Oh, this is absurd.
Can't we get people without these conflicts?
This is absurd, Trish. 7 of the 15 people that are on the special counsel team have donated to Hillary Clinton. Some of them given $10,000 at a time to either the DCCC or the Democrat Senatorial Committee. On top of that, I think one of the more troubling picks was Jeannie Rhee, who was the Clinton Foundation lawyer fighting the FOIA requests for emails in regards to the private email server. And you're telling me they're not conflicted? I mean, a lot of us are out here going, this defies common sense. On top of that, a lot of us are frustrated when we look at Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, and he's saying, well, you know, I haven't signed off on some of this stuff because he's not really required to check in on all of these individual decisions. This is something that is deeply troubling, and I think Trump really is going to have to push aggressively against this and say, you know what, this is not going to be a drip campaign for years. I'm going to deal with this, and I think he can actually start to push hard and maybe even effectively deal with this in the next month or two.
Well, he's going to have to, right? I mean, Mollie, it is such a distraction right now. Is there any way for him to kind of get a handle on this? I mean, would it start with, say, replacing Jeff Sessions? There's already talk now, Axios reporting, that perhaps Rudy Giuliani might be in line for the AG position.
Well, I don't know how replacing Jeff Sessions would actually work. You have to get that person confirmed through the Senate, and there's not a big majority there. There's a lot that Mueller needs to do to regain credibility here. All the leaks that we've had coming out of this investigation and other intelligence agencies are all in this one direction of, you know, Russia conspiracy theory. He could really tamp that down. Also, the only actual crime that we've seen, that we know about in this whole convoluted mess is the criminal leaking of classified information. That's the one area that we don't seem to get any updates on. And that is something that Mueller really could do, and that would be within his scope. Going back 10 years and investigating family. Well, for his own, not just for his own credibility, but for the sake of the country, we need to stop criminalizing elections, criminalizing politics. And if there is something that you need to do with Russian meddling, go ahead and do it. Don't make this a 10-year, you know, no-holds-barred investigation. Yeah,
I mean, Trish, the thing to understand, too, is, I mean, think about where Ken Starr started. He started with Whitewater, and we ended up with an intern and a cigar in the Oval Office and catching a president on perjury for that.
No,
but
right now.
My thing is, these things go off.
In other words, they go off in these different tentacles.
Crazy fishing expedition.
You know, you're looking at all kinds of other things that you never thought you'd be looking at or hearing about, for that matter. So he's got to get it under control. I hear you. Let me turn to right now what the Democrats are trying to do. If you've seen their latest campaign, basically Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are out there talking about a new deal, a better deal, as they have phrased it, capitalizing off of FDR's movement there, but also, I think, trying to capitalize off of the success, Mollie, of Donald Trump. They are talking about getting back to their roots in the Democratic Party, back to their blue-collar roots, jobs, jobs, jobs. I mean, isn't this basically just a playbook from Donald Trump? And assuming it is, why is it that they won't work with him on his playbook?
Right. Well, I commend them for actually realizing that they've lost touch with common man, average voters, American working class. So much of what you associate with the Democratic Party is so extreme right now, whether it's women in pink hats or rioters in the streets. So I commend them for understanding that they have a problem there. The thing is, they came out and unveiled this, and it was such a weaker version of what Donald Trump just did. I don't think it's going to be that compelling to people. They need to come up with something and add some excitement and frankly, actually capture some of that excitement on their fringe of the left.
That means finding the right candidates. I don't know, is, you know, Nancy Pelosi talking about all this is really going to help embody that.